Sasuke was investigating in Kaguya's palace when he encountered a mysterious person with a Byakugan. The two engaged in a prolonged taijutsu battle. In the midst of their fierce exchange, Sasuke almost had his head chopped off by an axe. Fortunately, Sasuke used his Rinnegan to swap places with a statue, dodging the attack. At that time, another man was watching the scene. His name was Momoshiki, and the mysterious person was called Kinshiki. Both were members of the Ōtsutsuki clan. On the other side, Naruto had become the Seventh Hokage. His son, named Boruto, was on a mission that day. Boruto's team leader, Konohamaru, surprisingly used the shadow binding technique, a secret jutsu of the Nara clan. Sasuke's daughter, Sarada, asked Konohamaru about this. Konohamaru explained that the device he carried was equipped with the latest ninja tools technology. A miniaturized scroll could seal ninjutsu, and then be placed into the device on his hand, allowing even non-ninjas to use it. After the great battle with Madara, the relations among the 5 great shinobi countries had grown closer, and there had been significant technological advancements. Being the Hokage, Naruto was very busy. He used clones to attend meetings, inaugurations, and to be active in the streets. Due to this, Naruto lacked the time for his children, which strained his relationship with Boruto. However, Boruto was undeniably talented. Without any training, he could create 4 shadow clones and had mastered wind, lightning, and fire ninjutsu. The Chunin exams were being held in Konohagakure, and Boruto wanted to impress his father. He registered for the competition with Sarada and Mitsuki. That day was also Himawari's birthday, and they planned a celebration. By the evening, Naruto had already returned home. Hinata and Boruto were singing the birthday song when Naruto, holding the cake, turned out to be just a shadow clone, which disappeared suddenly, dropping the cake. Himawari was upset, and Boruto was extremely angry. As the children of the Hokage, Boruto and Himawari often felt neglected. Naruto was also distressed. Boruto was walking around his room, looking at photos of Naruto's youth and the old clothes Naruto had worn, wondering why such a dirty, tattered outfit was on display. Thinking of Naruto's neglect, Boruto threw the clothes out of the window. Then there was a knock at the door. Boruto, thinking it was Naruto, opened the door and threw a punch, but it was Sasuke. Sasuke had come to discuss something important with Naruto. Boruto admired Sasuke, seeing him as a cool rival to his father. On the way, Sasuke had picked up the clothes Boruto had thrown away. Sasuke first went to Naruto to report his findings from Kaguya's palace. He had found a scroll that even the Rinnegan couldn't decipher. Sasuke also worried that a troublesome individual might be following him. He handed the familiar clothes to Naruto, who was simply helpless. Sasuke planned to return home, but on the way, Boruto, disguised as a trash bin, tried to ambush him. Sasuke disappeared instantly. In the next moment, Sasuke appeared and tripped him. Boruto wanted Sasuke to take him as a disciple, saying he wanted to defeat someone. Sasuke stated that unless Boruto could perform the Rasengan, he couldn't be his disciple. Boruto then approached Konohamaru to learn the Rasengan. Konohamaru, moved by his role in passing down this technique, cried. Boruto struggled with the water balloon training from day to night with no progress, but Sarada, who had been watching secretly, noticed that Boruto hadn't given up. By the next day, Boruto had managed to control his chakra well enough to burst the water balloon from the center. He then practiced with a rubber ball, just as Naruto had done, and eventually succeeded in creating a small Rasengan. Boruto approached Sasuke with his small Rasengan, but Sasuke's silence disheartened him. In frustration, Boruto threw the Rasengan, but it disappeared before hitting the target, which made Boruto even more upset. However, Sarada jumped out to defend Boruto, and Sasuke revealed he intended to accept him as a disciple because the Rasengan, although disappearing in mid-air, had hit a distant tree. This unique trait was Boruto's alone. Disheartened, Boruto walked the streets and then met with the head of the Scientific Ninja Tools group, hoping to gain acceptance for the devices. He decided to tempt Boruto to use scientific ninja tools during the Chunin exams. The next day, Boruto sought Sasuke again and surprisingly used a normal Rasengan. Sasuke immediately sensed something was amiss, but still took him as his disciple. He wanted to teach him to become a true ninja. At night, Boruto asked about his father, and Sasuke took the opportunity to tell stories of Naruto's childhood. He intended to instill the importance of effort in Boruto. But Boruto interrupted him because he only wanted to know Naruto's weaknesses. Looking at the campfire in front of them, Sasuke told Boruto that Naruto was full of weaknesses, but he became the current Hokage through his own continuous efforts. Meanwhile, Eight-Tails Jinchuriki Killer Bee was nailed to a rock. Eight-Tails was preparing to use the tailed beast ball to attack them, but after Momoshiki swallowed several pills, a Rinnegan appeared in the palm of his hand. The tailed beast ball was absorbed by Momoshiki, who then released a larger tailed beast ball with his other hand, striking Killer Bee directly. When the dust settled, Killer Bee had reverted to human form. Momoshiki absorbed his tailed beast chakra, which quickly turned into pills. They were collecting the scattered tailed beast's chakra, and Nine-Tails Naruto was their next target. The next day, the Chunin exam began. Genin from the 5 great shinobi countries were assessed together. Shikamaru and Sai were the examiners. The first round of the exam began. Each team had to stand on the side with the correct answer. The first question was from a ninja story, and no one knew the answer. Sarada decided to lead Boruto and Mitsuki to the correct side. Sai then stated that those stained could not pass the exam. Before everyone could understand, the cloth under their feet tore, and all fell down. The ink below was undoubtedly the mark of their failure. Boruto still did not want to use the power of scientific ninja tools. Was it going to end like this? Unexpectedly, Sarada and Mitsuki saved Boruto. Aside from them, several other teams survived. However, Boruto felt down as he had done nothing and was completely saved by his teammates. Boruto continued to practice shuriken with Sasuke, but it was not going well. Boruto excused that it was not his strong suit. Sasuke then created 8 shadow clones, whereas Boruto could only make 4. By the second round of the exam, Boruto was determined to perform well. This round's assessment was a flag capture battle between teams. Boruto was responsible for defending the flag, while Mitsuki and Sarada attacked. Boruto's 4 shadow clones defended flawlessly. He was very alert and first noticed the opponent's attack intentions. He did not take the opponent's 3 shadow clones seriously. However, the opponent used more shadow clones than Boruto had expected. After several exchanges, Boruto was knocked to the ground. As the flag was about to be stolen, Boruto decided to use scientific ninja tools. He used a wide-range Kaiten ninjutsu to scatter the opponents. While the opponent was restrained by Kaiten, Boruto reopened the scroll and used Raisetsu, taking advantage of water's conductivity to directly knock down the opponent. Their attack also went smoothly. Sarada, using the Tomoe's Sharingan, found the real flag. Boruto successfully passed the second round of the exam and was acknowledged by everyone. Even Naruto came to praise him and told Boruto not to lose to Shikamaru's son. Feeling his father's closeness, Boruto even smiled with tears. The third round of the exam finally arrived. Everyone gathered here, including the new 5 Kage. The third round was a personal battle. Boruto's opponent was Yurui from the Hidden Cloud Village. The two wrestled with taijutsu, but unexpectedly, Yurui was proficient in using exploding bubblegum for attacks. Subsequently, the dueling arena was filled with bubblegum, gradually moving towards Boruto. Wanting to perform well in front of his father, Boruto used shuriken from the scientific ninja tools, which passed through the gaps in the bubblegum, cutting through Yurui's bubblegum in his mouth. It seemed the victory was decided. Next was Sarada's match. She inherited Sakura's incredible strength and knocked down her opponent with a single punch, while Mitsuki, Shikadai, and others also successfully advanced. In this match, Boruto faced Shikamaru's son, Shikadai. Boruto used shadow clones to dodge the shadow binding technique, but at the moment Boruto was about to succeed, he realized Shikadai had already covered the surroundings with shadows, and Boruto saw his impending defeat. But he used the scientific ninja tools again. The moment the scroll fell, a whole circle of shadow clones surrounded Shikadai. Seeing this, Shikadai had no choice but to surrender. However, Hinata noticed that Naruto's expression was very grave. Naruto asked Hinata to check Boruto's hand. Through her Byakugan, Hinata confirmed that Boruto was wearing some kind of ninja tool on his hand. Thus, Naruto rushed onto the arena, publicly exposed Boruto, and according to the rules, disqualified him from the competition. Naruto was about to leave the arena with him, but Boruto, furious and embarrassed, started to blame his father. The head of the science team couldn't hold back either. He stepped onto the arena to promote his new ninja tools. But before he could finish, Kinshiki suddenly descended from the sky. He gathered chakra in his hand and thrust it into the ground, causing a terrifying shockwave that instantly spread and directly destroyed the entire competition arena. Momoshiki teleported behind Naruto and kicked him flying out. At that moment, Sasuke appeared and saved his daughter, who was about to be hit by flying debris. But in the next instant, Kinshiki appeared, ready to strike Sasuke with an axe. Meanwhile, Momoshiki elegantly walked toward Naruto. Boruto attacked him using scientific ninja tools, but Momoshiki easily absorbed the different attributes of chakra, then slowly approached Boruto. Immediately after, Naruto appeared and saved Boruto, while Shikamaru also intervened using the shadow binding technique to restrain both Momoshiki and Kinshiki. However, the Rinnegan in Momoshiki's hand emitted a red light, absorbing Shikamaru's shadow binding technique as well. Momoshiki and Kinshiki slowly ascended, with Momoshiki mocking the humans' need for constant practice and their weakness. He swallowed a few pills, amplifying all the ninjutsu he had collected beforehand. This immense power made even Sarada feel despair. With a light touch, Momoshiki blew up the arena into smithereens. There were still civilians in the arena, and to prevent them from getting injured, Naruto finally used the Nine Tails chakra cloak. Boruto, seeing his father's immense power, realized for the first time how strong his father, the Hokage, really was. Momoshiki continued his assault, and Naruto struggled to endure it. Then Sasuke stepped in, draping the Susanoo armor over the Nine Tails. Despite this, Momoshiki's relentless elemental attacks gradually damaged the chakra cloak. Finally, Momoshiki prepared for a final blow with a massive tailed beast ball slowly approaching. Understanding the consequences of this attack, Naruto entrusted the children to Sasuke. Naruto concentrated and gathered chakra, his 9 massive tails slowly enveloping the tailed beast ball. The 9 tails chakra body also manifested, contending with the falling tailed beast ball. However, the power of this tailed beast ball was too strong and exploded within the 9 tails embrace. Watching Naruto's towering figure, Boruto finally realized the strength his father possessed as the Hokage. Seeing his father slowly turn back with a concerned look, Boruto screamed, but the next moment he lost consciousness. When he woke up, he found everyone was in the hospital. To save Naruto, Hinata also collapsed in the hospital. Boruto then realized his father had been taken away, and the entire arena looked as if it had been hit by a meteorite. Boruto finally understood the pain of losing loved ones. He put on his old, dirty, and tattered clothes and fell into deep thought in front of the mirror. Sasuke appeared behind Boruto, and after a heartfelt talk, Boruto regained his confidence. Unlike before, he now understood what it means to be a ninja. At that moment, the other Kage also arrived. They planned to join Sasuke to rescue Naruto. Sasuke used the Rinnegan to open a teleportation portal, and Boruto, determined under his mother's gaze, firmly put on his ninja forehead protector. At that moment, Boruto was as resolute as Naruto had been. He and Sasuke walked towards the portal. Just before the portal closed, 2 shadows ran into it. Meanwhile, Momoshiki was under the withering divine tree, extracting Naruto's chakra. The next moment, Gaara and others dropped from the sky to rescue Naruto. Based on their previous battle experience, they decided to use taijutsu to fight, giving Momoshiki no chance to absorb or release ninjutsu. Kinshiki was controlled under the attack of the other Kage. Mizukage's Hiramikare Kaipal combined with Tsuchikage's limelight technique left him immobile. On the other side, Gaara and Darui teamed up to restrain Momoshiki. Soon after, Naruto and Sasuke also arrived. Without releasing ninjutsu, they easily surrounded Momoshiki, seeing Momoshiki in danger. Despite his injuries, Kinshiki forcibly broke free from his restraints and charged at Sasuke and the others, swinging his chakra blade wildly. At this moment, the severely injured Kinshiki allowed Momoshiki to absorb his chakra. Momoshiki, with determination, transformed Kinshiki into a red fruit. After consuming it, his entire form changed, and a roar from him could stir up a violent wind. This was no place for ordinary people. Naruto and Sasuke could unleash their full power, directly confronting Momoshiki. Working together, they pushed Momoshiki back, although Momoshiki was not without his own counterattacks. Sasuke kicked Momoshiki into the air, and Naruto followed up with a series of strikes, but Momoshiki easily repelled them and controlled the rocks on both sides to trap Naruto in the middle. Momoshiki gathered fiery rocks to attack Sasuke. His skin was severely burned. Naruto caught Sasuke and then launched an angry attack. Momoshiki defended, even forming a giant stone creature. However, Sasuke was not yet out of the fight. He draped Susanoo armor over the Ninetales and formed a chakra blade, slicing the stone giant in half. Unexpectedly, the head of a scientific research team who had sneaked in caused trouble by using scientific ninja tools to launch continuous ninjutsu at Momoshiki. After absorbing these ninjutsu, Momoshiki began to retaliate, blasting everyone away and losing their ability to fight. Momoshiki then formed chakra tubes to control Naruto's movements, preparing to eliminate the other Kage. At this moment, Sasuke encouraged Boruto to use his Rasengan. Watching the Rasengan dissipate helplessly in the air, Momoshiki lowered his ninjutsu absorbing hand, but his attack was interrupted the next moment. Momoshiki swallowed several more pills, increasing his strength. Boruto, meanwhile, formed another Rasengan, this time with Naruto's power. Naruto infused his chakra into Boruto's Rasengan, gathering all his growth and energy. The Rasengan grew immensely large, and Boruto was amazed by his father's power. Unconcerned, Momoshiki could form an even larger Rasengan. To create an opportunity for Boruto, Sasuke feigned an attack to distract Momoshiki. Using the Rinnegan, he appeared behind Momoshiki, but was kicked away. However, Sasuke's sword turned out to be Boruto with a shuriken, stabbing at Momoshiki's ninjutsu absorbing hand, revealed to be his shadow clone. Boruto charged with the Rasengan. The two forces collided violently, sending Momoshiki flying into the sky. The final Rasengan exploded like a cluster of stars. Watching Boruto grow up to this point, Naruto felt very gratified. After defeating the formidable enemy, the relationship between father and son eased. Boruto's hand was also bandaged like his father's, as he became a hero for saving everyone and began to train diligently and seriously. Thank you everyone for watching, and see you in the next episode.